I've made the executive decision at the start of this video to record this first bit in the car. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's rather wet outside for the time being. It's not going to be like this all day, thankfully. It's just going to probably settle down within the next 10 minutes or so. So I'm going to just hang about for a little minute, just until it can go off, and then we'll go out and tackle the trails. We've got a big day in store today. We're going to be doing the Ben Lawers 7, and I've actually parked at the top of the Lawers Dam. It's not quite the Ben Lawers car park, but it's just past it, and the first Munro it's over this direction, which also you can't see yet. So it's going to be a big day, so I'm quite eager to get going pretty pronto. So I'm hoping this rain doesn't last very long, otherwise I'm just going to have to get stuck into it. We're just going to be making a start now. The rain is coming down, not as heavy as what it was just earlier on there, but there's the Lawers Dam just down there. I never even knew this was such a thing. This caught me by surprise when I came up here, but the first Munro is over here somewhere, and it's only 3 kilometres from this point here. So that's Meall Corraniach, Leith, I think it is. So we're going to crack on and just make a start to this journey. Yeah, it's cold and a little bit wet to start off with, but behind us it's blue skies. It's coming this way, so it won't be long till we're out of it. The summit of Neil Corraniach, and I don't know if that's the actual summit up there, but certainly part of the ridge is opening up now, so hopefully that kind of weather will be coming our way as our first summit, I think. It might be that where my pole on the right is pointing, and then we come across over here, and Sengit comes across over here where my right pole was as well. So we'll yeah, we're certainly heading down that direction, all the way beyond it down there towards the little village of Lawers as well. And I've actually got a taxi booked to get back to the car here. I'm not walking 10 miles from Lawers to get back to that point either, but it's quite wet underfoot as well as up in the atmosphere as well. But it's fine, it's manageable, it's peaceful, and it's only going to get better. And just for clarification purposes, yes, this is the first summit here, so that is exactly where we're heading. Yes, I did just cross the river crossing just there, but I forgot to record it in the GoPro because I was more worried about getting it on my phone. So yes, believe me, I did get over it without falling in. You just have to trust me on that. Oh, that's a steep climb. Oh, not far now. That is Ben Lawers right there in the cloud. 1214 metres I think it is, so we're nowhere near the height of Ben Lawers yet. This is just 926 metres, this first Munro I think. Ben Glass is just over here I think. The second summit, Meall, whatever it is over this bump and beyond it as well. So we can just see a little bit of the ridges. You can see a little bit of the path just snaking around about here as well. But yeah, it's good to see Ben Lawers for the first time. And there's the first Munro of today. Meall Corraniach, I think you pronounce it. Nicely done. And the rest of the Lawers range, some of it's in the clouds, some of it we can see. That's number 5 and Stook, I think. Number 6, Meall Garab, and number 7's over yonder. Yeah, the clouds are coming in. Some blue skies. I've got some views. Yeah, we're not going to hang about, we're just going to crack on to number 2, whatever the name of that one is, can't remember what it is. Our next summit is directly straight ahead. It's not this first hill, it's just in the clouds above it. It's coming and going, so I'm hoping that we do get views at the top of it, but we'll just have to wait and see on that one. Just had to stop for about 5 minutes there because I had to get the waterproofs on because it's a bit wild up here now. My GoPro battery died when I was down there or so as well, so it missed a little bit of time lapsing, but only about 5 minutes walking worth. But we're about another 15 minutes away from the summit of Meall Corraniach or something along those lines, just up this path here. But yeah, it's pretty wild now, so I need to keep the head down and just keep moving. Well, that's the second Munro bagged. It's number 92 in total, which is great. But I think I've got a decision to make here because it's really, really not nice. There's a bailout path, as you can see, down there. Whereas the views are completely done. This is Ben Glass, this is the third Munro. Ben Lawers is up in here. But I do think I've got a decision to make. Okay, so if I head down that way, then that's Ben Glass. I'll be doing Ben Glass at least. But if I'm heading this way, then it's back to the car in that direction. and it may be a little surprise, I'm going this way. It's just not enjoyable just now. It's cold, it's wet, I'm down at maybe about 800 metres and the rain is pelting down. I can't imagine what it's going to be like up at 1100 metres just now. That was bad enough up on that Munro there. Yeah, it's just gone to a point where it's not enjoyable, and I'm kind of fearing for safety because it's a lot of it is ridge walking as well, and it's windy. And although like it's not a very, very pronounced sharp ridge, you still feel safe enough. But yeah, when you get up there and the weather changes suddenly and there's high winds and you're at an exposed part, then, well, you know, it's not a very good situation to be in. It's very unsafe. And if you can look at me as well, I've even had to get mic'd up. At least it's giving me a test of the new mic just to see how it goes with the GoPro. But yeah, I'm drook it wet. It might end up, literally just as I've said that, the rain's gone off and it's clearing down this way. But no, like, one of the worst parts as well is that I actually don't have signal to see what the forecast is and see if it's due to clear or not. Just look at it though. It looks like the clearing weather's coming this way. Jesus. Talk about indecisiveness, Ben. Jeez. No, I'm going down. I don't care, even if it does clear up. I just don't know what's going to be coming after it. And I know as well that Anne Stook, the 5th Munro's got downward scramble, so I'm a little bit hesitant to do that because the rock's going to be wet. It's going to be just a little bit unsafe, and I don't actually know how bad the scramble is. I don't think it's too bad, but still, I'm not willing to take that chance because all those other 5 Munros up here in that direction, they're not moving anytime soon, are they? So I'd rather just get back down, get back to the car, and just make sure that I'm safe and I'm getting myself back home. That's the intention. I'm in a position now where I'm just a bit, my head's out of the game, I'm not really keen about it, so I'll just come back on the day where it is meant to be nice. When I checked the weather yesterday, it was meant to be quite clear at this time. It was meant to be nice weather. Maybe kind of like how it is looking ahead, but the rain's coming down quite frequently. It's quite random when things are happening with the changes in weather. I've done 2 Munros, I'm really happy with that, and it's very, very good to know that I'm going to be getting back down safe. That's the main point that I'm making. So what that means is that we head down this path. This is quite a well-used path. This is the main Ben Lawers path, with Ben Glass is just up there, as I mentioned. And this is just going to take us back down into the glen, down towards the road that we drove up to get to where we parked today by the cairn. So we head down here. It's still a fairly decent walk. I'm probably only about halfway now, considering that the car it swings all the way around here. So I've still got a fair bit of a walk to do, but at least I know I'm not getting any higher than this. I am gonna get the head down. I'm gonna continue time lapsing just back to the car so you can see at least what the loop was. It is hammering it down, so I'm gonna keep going. I've been able to check in with the forecast, and it actually, it has changed a bit. I'm glad that I'm saying cheerio to the summits. If it's not the problem with the rain, it's the wind, and it's even if it was just to be Ben Glass and come back down. Yeah, I'm just going to save it for a day where I know it's going to be safely done. And also, just one final thing, my head looks like I've just rolled out of bed. Was meant to get a taxi from Lawers Hotel back up to the car, and obviously I've had to phone them there just to say that I failed and I'm getting my own way back to the car because I'm not going to be at the Lawers Hotel. So, but I know not many people will view these videos, but that Killing Saltire Taxis are the ones who I've been getting in touch with. I just phoned them. The guy was so understanding of the situation because it has deteriorated more than what it should have. So in the slight hope that someone's watching this and fancies doing what I've done, doing the whole ridge and then getting a taxi back to the car, Killing Saltire Taxis, they're the guys that you want because they've been so good all the way just up until the booking and from when I've cancelled just there. So yeah, just massive shout out to them. From here at this point it actually looks really doable. There's Ben Glass just there, you can't see Lors, it's just out of the picture, but I'm also seeing the dark cloud that's up there. I'm also seeing this all coming this way, so although it's okay just now, give it maybe another half an hour and it could get quite bad again. So there's been people going up, and again it looks manageable and they'll be totally fine with it, but I think it just goes to show like mentality is so important when you're doing these hills. As soon as your head is getting taken out of the game and you lose the mentality and you lose that the impetus to want to go and keep on going, or at least do some more, then it's just like you've not got a chance, because you need to be mentally strong and capable and with it as much as physically. So well, that's the rain back on again, and conditions being like this and seeing what's coming our way, I feel like some form of validation of my decision to just come back down, because it won't be fun up there in these conditions. I've done it so many times, and just with the fact that there's a small scramble and Anstooken, because it's such a beautiful ridge walk, you want it for a clear day, don't you? Okay, so that's us back down to the road now. There's the main Ben Lors car park there, where you would normally park to go up Ben Glass, Ben Lors and that whole range there, but I've got a road walk because I'm all the way up here, but I've got about 200 metres of ascent to actually get up there. So yeah, it's not going to be a dawdle by any means. It's a road walk, but it's not flat and boring by any means, so it's quite nice. I reckon, I think it's around about 4 kilometres or so till I get up there, so I'm going to just push on. Now this is a nice location, Lors Dam. It does have a name for the loch, but I can't quite remember what it is because it's in Gaelic. But yeah, the car is up here somewhere. I think you might just be able to see it. I'm not 100% sure if that's it or not. But this is a nice spot just to grab a spot of lunch, something to eat, because I am bloody starving. But yeah, it's just been on and off all day. Today has just not been the day for 7 Munros, and yeah, I'm just kind of wanting to be done now. I'm feeling a bit defeated. I plonked myself back, my backside down there for something to eat, and then that's of course when the rain starts coming on, so the waterproofs are on again. That was right up to the point where I was coming through this valley and it was glorious. The sun was kind of warm, and then as soon as I put myself down there, it just changes. And simple other things, like when I set the tripod up there for a picture, that's of course when the wind starts to pick up and then it struggles to stay still, and I'm feeling a little bit more negative about things just now, so I'm just want to get back to the car. I think it's around about here, around about on the shoulder. But hey, you've got to go through these days, don't you? You've got to experience these kind of days to also experience the amazing highs. And I've had some amazing hikes this year so far, and so much has gone in my favour. It was about time something had to go against me. Having said that, I'm talking so negatively. I've still done 2 Munros, I've still gotten out. It's a beautiful location here as well at Lord's Dam. Yeah, it's nice. You could just see the car, maybe not on camera, but it's just right in here. I reckon I'll be there in about 20 minutes time or so. There's still a fair distance to go to get there, so we're nearly there. Nearly there. A couple of lessons that I've learned from today actually, which are very valuable for me moving forward, is that the first one being, if you are going to be coming out on a day where the weather's, even though it's still meant to be good, but if there's a little chance of there being rain or the conditions deteriorating and it is a big day, it's always good to make sure that you've got a route where you can bail out. Because I got to that second Munro, I could have bailed out earlier on actually at the top of the second summit, but I wanted to get down to the Bealac of Ben Glass just to see how things were and see if things changed, which I did a little bit. But anyway, if there was no bailout option at that point on the second summit, I would have very resentfully have had to carry on. I wouldn't have wanted to do it. I know it would have been dangerous, and yeah, that could have gotten a little bit nasty up there. Maybe, probably not, to be fair, probably not, but it's always, that was a moment where I thought, thank God for this path here, because I did not want to continue with that. And I would not I don't want to be in a position where I feel forced that I've got to continue to do anything, especially when the weather's bad like this. Second one being, and this one kind of goes without saying, but these big days out, and especially multi-summit days, they've got to be saved for good days. And I thought today would have been a good day, if I'm being honest with you. I thought today was going to be fine. A little bit of rain here and there, but there was meant to be this afternoon from about 1, maybe not even then, about 12 till 4 of really clear good weather. And Killen was in this nice little pocket of good weather, but didn't turn out to be the case today. So yeah, I mean, I guess that I certainly know when I'm going to be coming back to do the remaining 5 months, it'll be safer a day where I know I'm going to be getting good views and it's clear. Just because it is a big day and there's some scrambling involved, so you want to, just a way of being safe, isn't it? Okay, so here's the path where we actually went up at the start of the day here. That actually feels like such a long time ago now, but so we went up there, pew, all the way into the glen. It's actually a really nice cairn up there, which I might go up there, we'll see. I just want to get myself dried off though, I'm still in these really wet clothes. So yeah, I'm going to bring an end to everything there, and I mean, with the day not being as planned, I still got 2 Munros done. I think it's down now. Yeah, I still got 2 Munros done, and yeah, despite not meeting the expectations that I wanted for today, still got them done. You know what, it was just one of those days, and you've got to go through these days if you want to have a successful journey. So yeah, I'm glad I did it. I'm looking forward to doing the other 5 when I get there, and at least I don't need to come all this way. And yeah, another 2 done. Good stuff. There we are. I'm out of the trenches and into the dry clothes now, thankfully. And you know what, even on a day like this where it doesn't quite go to plan and the conditions go against you, there's still something magical and invaluable to take away from a day out in the hills. There really is. This is a stunning location in and around Glen Lyon, and yeah, it was a brilliant day. I can't wait to get the other 5 Ben Lawers Munros done.